Today I took 4 trades all in the same setup, and pretty horrible day. In terms of trade management, this probably should have been a very good winning trade and should have been done for the day, but that didn't happen. This was managed well. This one I stopped out break even before even hit 2R, and then went on to hit my targets, both my targets, and then same thing with this. So yeah, at this point my emotions were shot here, and that's probably what led to my demise over here. But yeah, I just didn't do well in that. That also should have been something much more than $20 there. Coming into today, it was sort of mixed signals here on the pivot relationships, but it was very narrow on CPR and also an inside relationship on cams. So I thought that there is a chance for a breakout, especially because we were opening above H4 and R1. So it was a bullish open above value and range, and I liked this bullish open, and my only plan today was to long this level here, 7710, which is also high volume no ledge, H4 and R1 7709. So here, high volume no ledge, 7710. I really like this ledge. We got above this yesterday. So now that we've broken out above here, I wanted to long the 7710 level, and that was there was confluence with H4, which was very nice, and also R1. And then this pre-market low was about 7708 here. Yeah. So maybe that's where it kind of rejected off of in yesterday's high too, or bounced off of. So yeah, so that was my plan. That was my only plan really, to long this level here, and it came down, sold off into this area here at around 7710. I went a little bit under that, about 8 points under, but it came back up, wicked back above, and I didn't really have these levels here, but yesterday's high, it came right down into yesterday's high, filling the gap there. So I was looking to long there, and the initial bounce at 7703, I didn't really see much. But as it came back down and retested, I thought there might be a chance that it would hold at this B shape, and I was looking to see if it could hold this big delta level, 7705, and it kind of was. Forming a little bit of a B shape here, but it broke lows, and then it's coming back up, forming a 20 range delta divergence here. The selling imbalance down at the lows, reclaim of that 7705 level, and also a very big 1 minute delta divergence here, which I did like. So, and then buying imbalances came in here, so I decided to go for it. 2 contracts, and then it started rallying here. I just really liked that, and then the 20 range delta divergence, and then it pretty much rallies straight up. Well, before it scares me here, but it did support and then rally straight up here, forms a delta divergence on the 2-minute, and then rallies up. So now it breaks the high of day, and it gets supported on this little dip, which was 77.10, which I really liked. And it also formed a 20 range delta divergence. So at this point, I had my stop to break even, broke above highs here, and then H5 R2, that was my target here, H4 to H5, and I even had it at 29 because I wanted it to be a little bit under, especially because it was about 4R here, and I was above my usual 3R target here. So because it was almost 77.30, the R2 level was, so I put it at 29. But then it comes up to 28.5, 2 ticks shy of my target, and then rejected pretty heavily. So yeah, 29, 2 ticks shy, and then it starts selling off. At this point, I probably, I don't know, maybe this is just hindsight talking, but like, because my usual target is 3R, at least at 23, when it comes down to 23 or so, I could have just taken it off here, but it just started selling off real fast here. So yeah, maybe I could have taken it off here, but I don't know. I was thinking maybe it'll come down and retest the 77.10 and hold and go up for another run into clearing past H5 and then into the supply and then the high volume note ledge. But it just didn't happen. It just kept selling off. And it was a pretty brutal, quick sell off here. All the way from, what is it, like 15 points, 16 points in profit to nothing. Yeah. So I stopped out there at break even, and yeah, it was pretty unfortunate because I was 2 ticks shy of my target. I don't know, and I set my trade management to chase it if it comes within 2 ticks of my target, but I don't know, it never triggered or it doesn't work or something. I don't know. But now, yeah, that would have been, I don't know, best probably practice, I think. I need to get back to just taking profit out of 3R, honestly, I think. Because I need to start taking some partials at least. Most of my trades are on 3R. I haven't been doing that, and even the trades that do run, I end up at break even, and then I take worse losses, and hasn't been good for me, honestly, the last 2 months. So yeah, I stopped out at break even, but now I'm looking at entering again because I see this 20 range delta divergence. See this kind of a B shape with the large absorption here, large selling delta there. So I enter again, and then it rallies pretty well up into the high of day, but again, the pretty hard rejection here, and a big sell-off. This actually hit my 2R level, so it hit 2.14, so I have my stop at break even already, and I pretty much just came straight down and stopped me out at break even. So now I'm like, okay, maybe, maybe it hit the target, maybe, it was 2 ticks away, I guess. But it came back down, formed a very big high volume hammer candle on the 3-minute, and then also started forming a delta divergence on 20 range and also on 2-minute. And I did like that, and also on the 1-minute. So I did like that, but it's the third attempt now at this level here at H4 and high volume node ledge. And I just wasn't confident anymore. I rejected here already, here, and I'm thinking maybe I already hit my target, so I'm hesitating a lot here now. But it did come down, dip a little bit, got supported, and went back up. So I tried it again, 2 contracts. And it does work out for a little bit, comes back up to this where I rejected previously. And then, as it goes up, it's forming delta divergences here, bullish, which is a good sign, but it comes up to the P shape and then starts dipping again. And at this point, I say, okay, it hasn't hit 2R yet. And it's only hit 1.65R. But I'm going to put out break even because it's rejecting off of this P shape here, which was a previous swing high. It's making lower highs here. And maybe my levels aren't accurate and it pretty much hit my target. So I didn't want to risk that, I guess. And I thought the other thing was that these delta divergences, it should hold. So at least it should hold at the 13s or above the 13s or somewhere over here. Yeah, so that was the thesis for putting it at break even, but then of course it gets supported right after I get stopped out, and then it starts rallying back up. So now I'm all kinds of emotional distress, especially because it didn't even come down all the way. It just ticked my break even and then started going back up. And I'm like, why? I don't need to touch the trade. I don't know why I'm touching the trade. I have my stop loss. I have my target. I don't know why I am trying to, I don't know, do something here. I don't need to do anything. Didn't hit 2R yet. Didn't even form a higher low yet. And I put it at break even. Honestly, I was scared, I guess. I didn't want this trade. I was up, 18 points or so? 21 points. Yeah, I didn't want to be up 21 points and then end the day red. I think that was like the main driver of this. I mean, I tried 2 times already, pretty much hit my target, ended up at break even. Do I really want to take a loss here when it didn't work out 2 times already and it's rejecting again? So instead of just trusting the analysis and following my trade management rules, I really haven't been doing that these past 2 months. Maybe this past month, I don't know. I just haven't been doing that. I haven't been taking profit at 3R. I just haven't been following rules, honestly. And it's just not working out. I mean, so many instances like this where it runs and it doesn't hit 2R. I put it at break even, stops me out, and then it runs. I need to get back to following my rules. But yeah, right after that, it starts rallying, and now I'm in all kinds of distress here. Yeah, so then I see this trend line starting to break. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna maybe try one more time here at this break of this trend line. And I see a nice delta divergence here on the 2-minute, and then also on the 20 range chart here, right here. So decided to try it. And then, of course, because this is my 4th try now, the same emotions, my emotions are all over the place. I definitely don't want to take a loss now because now I'm kind of chasing this. then why do I even enter is a good question. But my first target is at the supply zone and then the high volume node ledge. But then it goes and hits stage 5, so now target hit, and then it starts rejecting. So yes, it didn't hit my 2R. It almost did, but didn't hit my 2R. And like, okay, I mean, my original target already hit, now it's rejecting. So I'm just gonna take it off. I'll put my stop at break even because I probably shouldn't be in this trade anyways. Yeah, I tried. Hit 29, hit 30, and then starts rejecting. So I had my stop at break even, and I exited. And then, of course, it never comes and hits my original stop and rallies back up and hits both my targets at supply here and eventually at high volume node ledge, which would have been 15 points and another, 20 points or so. So it would have been another 35 points, but yeah, and it came right into my break even there. So 2 chances here where if I just followed my rules, I would have profited nicely, but I didn't, and I stopped out too early on 2 trades. I mean, this trade I probably shouldn't have been in anyways, but my God, I mean, how do I fix this? How do I fix myself? I don't know. I don't know. Just can't stop myself. I don't know how.